big thanks to Napoleon Grills for sponsoring this episode.
I'm making an awesome, delicious dish, and I made it because a group of friends of mine coming over and they just arrived, INEOS Grenadier. And let me tell you about that. Now you know why I'm so excited. This car is freaking awesome, and it's a project from INEOS Grenadier. INEOS is a big company, but they started this car project. And last year I was in Germany and I met Klaus. He was with that car and he let me ride it up a mountain. And it was something I've never experienced before. That's why I'm so excited. And he was in the neighborhood. So he was able to stop by for us to take a closer look at that car. But for me, an opportunity to cook some awesome food for an awesome group of people. And if you want to know more about our meeting and how that went down, go to the vlog, the link is down below. We're gonna focus on this beautiful meat. I hand selected some beautiful free-range chicken, and I took the meat off the bones myself. That way I could determine what to keep and what to throw away. The good part is that this meat has so much little parts of fat on it, and that's gonna make this the most juicy and tender shawarma you've ever had. Of course, it's a little extra work, but it's well worth it when you end up with a big pile of chicken thighs and chicken breast like this. All it needs now is some flavor. I'm gonna give you my delicious shawarma rub recipe, consisting of 4 tablespoons salt, 4 tablespoons paprika powder, 4 tablespoons onion powder, 2 tablespoons garlic powder, 2 tablespoons coriander powder, 1 tablespoon cayenne powder, 1 tablespoon cinnamon powder, 1 tablespoon black pepper, 2 tablespoons cumin powder, then just mix it up. Now of course you can play around with these amounts to adjust it to your liking. Now I'm gonna flatten all of that chicken meat just by bashing onto it. Then I'm gonna season the meat with my delicious rub. Now it's time to put the meat on the skewer. Because the most important thing about getting a beautiful shawarma is to also have the right technique. And the right technique is rotisserie style. Because while that meat is spinning around, slowly turning and getting up to temperature, it also gets a crust. And the fat renders down and makes it more crispy and tasty than it already is. Look at that. That is what I love, a big pile of meat. That's gonna be on the barbecue, skewered on. So let's fire it up. Mitchell's running through the background. Again, Mitchell, why are you in the background? I'm gonna fire up the Napoleon grill, and all that I need is my back burner. So I'm gonna take out the high precision grill grate. I'm gonna turn on the gas, hit ignition, and all I need to do is now slide it in. And it's gonna take around 20 minutes or so for this to start cooking. In the meantime, I'm gonna show you the best sauce you ever had on your shawarma. Only the best garlic sauces start out with 500 milliliters of mayonnaise, followed by 400 milliliters of crème fraîche, a tablespoon of sugar, 2 pressed garlic cloves, around a tablespoon of lemon juice, and 3 tablespoons of chopped parsley. Mix it up. And now you have the best garlic sauce in the world, but what would you be if you wouldn't have bread for your shawarma? So I'm gonna mix up 275 grams of flour, followed by 7 grams of instant yeast, 175 milliliters of lukewarm water, and a pinch of salt. And as you see, I scaled up my amounts a little bit. Of course, the exact amounts you can find on PitmasterX.com. Knead it until you have a beautiful ball of dough. Let that sit for 30 minutes. Divide it into golf balls and then flatten it out. Grill it on both sides on a cast iron plate and you're done. No more excuses to not make your own flatbread. All right, everything's prepped and ready to go. Now let's check on the meat. When the inside is nice and juicy and the outside is crispy, it's time to slice into it. And you're only gonna take off the little bits that are crunchy. So you're left with the meat and you'll let it continue to rotate and turn crispy again. That's how a true shawarma master does it. And then it's time to enjoy the feast. All these things made from scratch, super fresh. And that bread, oh, that is magical. Sprinkle on some lettuce. And now we're going to put all that beautiful, delicious golden brown meat on top of the lettuce. Of course, I'm gonna finish off with a beautiful homemade garlic sauce and then roll it up. This is a two test in one.
Yeah, yeah.
We test
Just
the car.
Sitting in a new car.
You ready for this?
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's a good bite.
You know what I love the most? Everything.
Everything. It's crispy, it's juicy.
And you get the soft bread. Like the cool thing about this recipe is like everything is fresh, homemade, and it's so good. You get the crispy chicken, it's juicy on the inside, it's packed full with flavors, and it's so much fresher and lighter. It's not fast food. There's a lot of work that goes into doing this right. And you're getting away from that fast food feeling. You're putting in a lot of effort, but if you serve this to your guests, it's going to blow their mind.
Yeah.
They will never be able to eat at a fast food restaurant ever again.
No. In the end, it's fast food because you prepared all that time, and then all of a sudden you can feed a lot of people at the same time.
That's true. In that sense, it's fast, but somebody's got to prep it for you.
You gotta prep. Are the keys in?
Huh? Thanks for watching.
I can drive.
Hope to see you guys next time. Until then, eet smakelijk and keep on grilling. Bye.